I'm Maria Sayans. I'm CEO at ustwo Games. We're a small studio based in London. The most challenging part of running a game studio, it's all about people, right? It's the most rewarding and the most challenging part, making people, leading people, and just motivating and engaging and bringing teams together, hiring. Everything that has to do with people, I think, is definitely always at the top of my agenda and one of the most challenging parts of the job. Definitely the last 18 months have put an extra layer of difficulty on, just even the logistics, but also mental health challenges, and recruiting and hiring and onboarding, because the industry hasn't stopped, right? The industry has just continued to grow. We've continued to make games. We shipped a game during the pandemic. We hired, 6 or 7 people while we've been remote. So all of that becomes harder when you're doing it remotely. Making games during the pandemic, I think, has relied a lot more on having small teams that are quite self-governed and self-managed, so that they can have a lot of initiative, a lot of flexibility, ability to adapt to things as they change. I think that before we went remote and before the pandemic, we were probably doing a lot more kind of top-down planning, and that went out the way very quickly once we were remote. We figured out that we had to work in a different way. So ustwo Games the team has been just amazing over the last 18 months during the pandemic, and I think it's been about the resourcefulness and the flexibility, but most importantly about the deep care for each other, because everybody has had to adapt. Everybody has had to look out for each other, whether it's keeping an eye on your fellow team members, that, are they struggling from mental health or from logistics or a situation that's either at home or at work. People have had to do perhaps jobs that weren't their job to support and be there for other team members. So that deep care, that willingness to be there for each other, is the part that's impressed me the most. My favorite thing at Develop is the opportunity to have this little side conversations with people and go deep into a topic that perhaps it's, you might not get a lot of access to normally. So how do you run your studio? How are you dealing with this? How are you dealing with that? That ability to connect with people and learn from each other is, I think, the best part about Develop.